poster.
Hey.
Don't you ever besmirch Billy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most shocking, horrifying, or undeserved TV character deaths that cast a shadow over the rest of the series. Take this as your spoiler alert.
Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys.
Number 10, Chrissy Cunningham, Stranger Things.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
We thought Demogorgons were the height of terror until we met Vecna. This telekinetic monster preys on his victims' worst fears before killing them in horrific fashion. Sadly, Chrissy was one of them. She seemed like the perfect high school cheerleader, but underneath, Chrissy was a troubled teen, grappling with an abusive mother and an eating disorder. She was deeply relatable, and her unexpected bond with Eddie made us hope she'd stick around. But Vecna showed no mercy.
Hey. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
Her end started slowly, an eerie chime of a clock, her mother's horrifying voice taunting her. When her time came, her limbs were broken, eyes gouged out, and worst of all, she didn't get the chance to fight back. Was any of it her fault? Number 9, Nicholas Brody, Homeland.
Can you just stay here? Just for a few more seconds.
Throughout his time on this espionage thriller, Nicholas Brody never caught a break. First a pawn for a terrorist group, then a tool for the CIA, his life was a never-ending cycle of torture, betrayal, and turmoil. Sure, he did some awful things, but over time he grew on us. But what did we get? Right when we thought he could be saved, the CIA betrayed and abandoned him.
Brody, run!
Get down now! Lie flat, hands behind your head.
Branded a traitor, he was publicly hanged while a devastated Carrie watched, unable to stop it. Yeah, Brody was no saint, but his end felt too grim for someone who was also a victim of circumstance. The show moved on, but for some fans, it was never the same. Number 8, Laura Palmer, Twin Peaks.
It's just me now.
Is there a fate more tragic than this small-town beauties? In the show, Agent Dale Cooper digs into Laura Palmer's death, slowly unraveling the mysterious nature of her life. But it's the prequel film, Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me, that truly exposes the ugliness of Laura's reality. Repeatedly abused and trapped in a nightmare, her life was a true horror show. Living day after day with an abusive demon-possessed father, that's not a life anyone deserves. Instead of escape or even the slightest bit of respite, she's violently murdered by the very beast who tormented her for years. Dark doesn't even cut it. Her entire existence was a gut-wrenching, messed up nightmare. It's the kind of tragedy that sticks with you. Number 7, Rita Morgan, Dexter. Dexter dedicated his life to hunting those who preyed on the innocent, yet he couldn't save the one person who meant the most to him. Rita was a loving mother and a symbol of normalcy in Dexter's life. Someone as sweet as Rita didn't deserve to die at the hands of a sadistic killer, but that's exactly what she got.
I promise that I always will be true.
I'll give her all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live.
After capturing the Trinity killer, Dexter returns home to the horrifying sight of Rita's lifeless body, her child wailing in that crimson pool. That image alone is haunting enough. Worse still, it echoes Dexter's own childhood trauma. It's a cruel twist that doesn't only rob his life of warmth, but casts a dark shadow over the entire series. Number 6, Anatoli Ranskahov, Daredevil.
Was that him? He'd like to have a word with you. Хорошо.
Wilson Fisk isn't a man you want to cross, and Anatoli learned that the hard way. Desperate to speak with Fisk, he makes the fatal mistake of interrupting his date. Furious, the crime lord cuts the evening short and shows Anatoli how much he doesn't like being embarrassed.
What is this?
We need to go. Now. I'm sorry.
I want to tell you, my brother and I, we gratefully accept...
Wesley will take care of you. Put him in a car.
Understood.
Unaware of what's coming, a shocked Anatoli is yanked out of a car and thrown into a violent brawl. He fights back, but he's no match for Fisk. It ends with him pleading for help as his head is repeatedly bashed. Brutal. When you factor in the hell Anatoli already endured in prison, you'd realize how badly his life sucked. He may have been bad, but it doesn't make his death any less jarring.
I'll need a new suit.
What about this?
Take what's left of him and send it to his brother.
Number 5, Adriana Lerva, The Sopranos.
Why are you crying? He's gonna be fine.
There's no doubt about it. Adriana is one of the saddest souls in The Sopranos. Her biggest flaw was loving Christopher too much. Had he loved her with the same intensity, perhaps she might have made it out alive. Instead, when she tearfully confesses to her so-called lover that she's an FBI informant, he nearly chokes her out.
But now there was a murder, Christopher, and they know about it. At the club, Matouche and some other guy, and I tried.
As if that isn't wicked enough, he sells her out to his boss, sealing her fate. Under the impression she's meeting Christopher, Adriana's driven to her doom. By the time she realizes what's happening, it's too late. Despite her desperate pleas for mercy, she's coldly executed. What a heartbreaking end for a woman whose only sin was loving the wrong man. Number 4, Colonel Henry Blake, MASH.
If that's my discharge, give it to me straight. I can take it.
I have a message.
Is this medical series a sitcom or a heavy war drama? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Well, to remind fans about its serious undertones, the creator chose to kill off a beloved character, none other than Henry Blake. Though we understand it was because McLean Stevenson was leaving the show, it didn't make his death any less jolting.
You behave yourself or I'm gonna come back and kick your butt.
Just as he was bound for home, almost free from the horrors of war, his plane gets shot down. That's cruel. His death wasn't even shown, yet mere news of it shattered both fans and characters. Some mourned, others complained heavily, and in the end, it darkened the series in a way that lingered. MASH was no longer just comedy.
Lieutenant Colonel, Henry Blake's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan. It spun in. There were no survivors.
Number 3, Jane Margolus, Breaking Bad. Sober for months, Jane was on the road to recovery when Jesse Pinkman entered her life. Brushing him off at first, she eventually fell for him, and that changed her fate for the worse. Soon, she's back to old habits, and becomes too involved in Walter and Jesse's beef. Then the moment of her undoing arrives. After securing Jesse's cut from Gustavo's deal, the lovers decide to run away, but not before one last heroin hit. Unfortunately for them, Walter finds them unconscious. As he tries to wake Jesse, Jane rolls onto her back and begins choking. Driven by his own twisted agenda, Walter lets her die. Just like that, Jane's promising life is cut short. Number 2. Glenn and Abraham, The Walking Dead.
Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out, feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe.
At the start of season 7, the creators of this zombie thriller delivered a gut punch that left many fans reeling. After Rick's group is captured by Negan, he asserts dominance by hacking down Abraham, arguably the toughest in the group. But he doesn't stop there. To shock us even more, he doubles down on brutality by smashing Glenn's head with a club.
So, back to it.
The same Glenn who was set to be a father. How utterly unbearable. Some fans abandoned the show after these soul-crushing, visceral deaths, and it's totally understandable. Even for a show known for its relentless violence, this moment felt like it crossed a line. It was hard to forgive and even harder to forget.
She is a vampire bat.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Zoe Barnes, House of Cards, because we never thought she'd go in such a shocking manner. Opie Winston, Sons of Anarchy. It's an extremely painful one that still haunts fans even today. Poussey Washington, Orange is the New Black, because her death could have been avoided.
Someone call a medic.
Joel Miller, The Last of Us. Bludgeoned out of revenge, this ending is as ghastly as it is heartbreaking.
You don't get to rush this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Starks, Game of Thrones.
I've given you meat and wine and music, but I haven't shown you the hospitality you deserve.
Losing one person is painful, but nearly an entire family getting slaughtered, that's another level of savagery. But it's Game of Thrones, where we're always hit by the unexpected, just like we were stunned by Oberyn's death when we thought victory was his. Still, the Starks had it worse than other houses. After Ned's execution, Arya was displaced. Sansa was traumatized and Winterfell was captured. Then came the massacre. To gain Walder Frey's support, Robb Stark agreed to a marriage pact, one he failed to honor. Unfortunately, Walder wasn't the forgiving type. Returning to Walder's Hall, the Starks walked straight into an ambush. Despite Catelyn pleading for mercy, none was given, not even to Robb's unborn child. A horrifying price to pay for a broken deal.
Don't you want to teach little Ned Stark how to ride horses?
I do.
What is the most gut-wrenching scene you've seen in a TV show? Let us know in the comments.
That? Oh my! That is a no-no.